Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse here, aka BGFH, and I am back for another accessible iOS app, but also an accessible, kind of an assistive technology service, shall we say. It's kind of a combination. And this is one I should have done a while ago, but I've had a couple of requests for it in a few different ways. And I'm mainly going to be covering the iOS app here, but just know that there are other ways to access the service, such as via phone, via smart speaker like the Amazon Echo, and online. So, we are going to be taking a look at the Nfb Newsline app and their service. So, this was traditionally a service that one would connect to via the telephone, touch-tone telephone, or cell phone. And, it was just a really quick and easy way for blind and visually impaired people to get news and magazine articles and weather updates, TV schedules, all kinds of different things, all kinds of different like news and publications. And over the past several years, they've added a lot of other different ways to access this bit of information. So they have the mobile app for iOS and Android. They have, like I said, the Amazon Echo skill that you can enable. And they have, like I said, you can access it on the web as well, I believe. So we're going to mainly be taking a look at the iOS app here, but this will give you an idea of like what the different types of services are. Now, you do have to sign up for membership, and it is a free membership, but you do have to fill out the application. I will put in the description of the video below here a link to where you can get more information on NFB Newsline, as well as sign up for the service if you should choose to do so. So the app is free in the App Store. I have it open in the background. And we're just going to open it up and give you just a quick idea of what this app is, what kind of information you can get on it, and so forth. So I'm going to go to my app switcher here,
NFB Newsline.
and NFB Newsline. So first thing you're going to do is log in, which I've already done already. And in the bottom left corner,
Settings button.
I'm not going to go to that settings because it's going to show you my account number and PIN or password. And naturally, I don't want that to be shown on a video, so we're not going to go in there, but just know that is where your little settings gear icon is. But across the top,
Publications button.
we have publications,
TV listings button.
TV listings,
Weather button.
and weather. All very kind of meaningful bits of information there. On the body of the page, you kind of have, it says, welcome back, and then your username kind of tells you where, like on the phone app, it always, like you can have it use your current location, so that'll tie into, it knows that, I'm in Minnesota, so it's going to give me weather for that area unless I request weather forecast for elsewhere.
Tap here for information on the newest happenings on the service. Button.
Tap here, for
Tap
newest
here for
information. So then you get a couple of news articles and updates, like if they've made any app updates or if they've added any certain news items or magazine subscriptions, that kind of a thing. Like fairly recently, they added a lot more information on the COVID-19 stuff, which I'll briefly show you if you want to find information on that, how to do so.
Send an email with your questions.
And
or
then
comments
you can
to.
send an email, just kind of a way to contact them. Along the bottom, you also have some other tabs. You have your settings
button.
In the lower left, as I said before.
Subscriptions.
Subscriptions.
Button. Retail ads button. Help button.
Retail ads and help. So it's kind of neat because you can, you have your regular publications that you can browse and you can look through. But then you have like your actual subscriptions where you can actually subscribe to certain publications that will automatically be downloaded when you use the app. And I should also mention, with the newer book reader devices, if you use any of those still, like the Victor Reader Trek, you can basically subscribe to some of the Newsline services and not applications, publications that you subscribe to via that as well. And so if you subscribe to different publications via the Newsline service, you'll just get those fed to you through your Wi-Fi of your book player device. So that's another option that you can do. So I'm going to go through a few different things here. First, I'm going to go to Publications.
Publications button. Your favorites.
And now this screen, it pops you right away to
Your favorites.
my favorites, which I do have a couple of here listed, but we're probably going to add one or two more. And then we have a search.
Search for a publication. Search field.
We can do that.
Double tap to edit.
And
Breaking news search results for Corona COVID-19 virus 05/14/2020.
all right, so there's some general headlines about COVID-19
COVID-19
updates.
pandemic data. Latest information.
Pandemic data. If you want something, by your region or state or whatever, you can get those as well. And then
Minneapolis Star Tribune.
I have
05/14/2020.
one of our local newspapers, our Star Tribune. So if I want to check the headlines, so let's go into that.
Remove this publication from your favorites button.
So I can remove it from my favorites if I want to.
Current issue 05/14/2020.
Yep, so there's my current issue.
Full paper button.
Full paper, but I don't want to do that right now. I just want to look through the headlines and see if anything sounds interesting.
Business 4 articles button.
So it's nice because it'll break down, especially for newspapers and things, it breaks down each publication, especially newspapers, by topic. So
Business 4 articles.
business,
Button. Celebs 1 articles button.
celebrities, blah.
Golf 2 coronavirus 2 articles button.
Coronavirus, 2 articles. It gets its own section.
Golf 2 articles.
Golf,
Button.
no thank you.
Gophers 3 articles.
Meh.
Button. High schools 1 articles.
Meh.
Button. Home 7 articles. Loons 4 articles. But Minneapolis 1 articles. Movies 2 articles.
Okay,
Button.
maybe.
Politics Nation 16 article. Music 3 articles. Opinion exchange politics science 1 articles. Sports 2 articles. Traffic 1 TV and media 1 twins 2 articles. But unspecified 5 articles. Button. Weather 1 video 4 unspecified video weather 1 wolves 1 articles. World 36
So
articles.
you got your local sports teams. You have a general sports one, but then you have like Twins and Timberwolves and Gophers, those types of things. So you can break it down by they don't have one for Vikings though.
World 30 wolves 1 weather 1 video.
Maybe they will when it comes to be football season. They'll add, because you can see they can add things and remove things depending on what's all in that particular issue. So let's say that we wanted
TV and media traffic 1 sports 2 articles. Science 1 articles.
Sure,
Button.
let's do science.
Science regulators rejected 7 requests from mining and petrochemical companies.
Ooh, okay. That's,
Heading level 3.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's an interesting article, I guess. And I could just flick to the right and see, or do my read all, or navigate by heading. So let's go back to one that has multiple
Remove this publication.
multiple
Golf
types.
2 articles. Golf 2
How
articles.
about-
High schools 1 article. Home 7 articles. Button.
Yeah, what's under home?
Home effort comes after several high-profile assaults.
Oh, that's
Heading
not
level
very
3.
nice. That's not a good headline. And it's one of those things where I really should use this app more, and I really should follow more newspapers and things. The problem is even before all this outbreak happened, all this pandemic, like I can't. It's so hard to follow the news nowadays because it's like, oh well, what is even news? Because at this point, it's just a 3-ring circus, and it's all meant for entertainment. It seems like. The other part of it is it's all bad news, so there's always something depressing going on. And it being election year, like before this whole virus pandemic happened, I actually got on Twitter and blocked certain election words because my timeline was just infested with nothing but people trash talking and yelling and complaining about, oh, the Republicans this and Democrats that and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, I can't take it anymore. I'll literally go insane. So, but yeah, I mean, this is a great way that you can you can really cleanly and quickly check various news and magazine articles. So, I'm going to navigate by heading.
Hospitalization rates have become key metric as state anticipates more COVID-19 cases following the end of stay-at-home conditions.
Okay.
Not all stores will be in operation on the opening dates.
Okay, so
Heading level 3.
let's read from here. Let's just do a two-finger flick down. This one sounds
Not all
remotely
stores will be in
interesting.
operation on the opening dates. Heading level 3. While Governor Tim Walz has given the green light to Minnesota retailers to reopen on Monday, it will take days or weeks before some of them reopen as they call back furloughed employees and establish new safety protocols.
Not to
The Mall of
mention get
America said today
inventory
that it
for
will reopen
stuff.
for shopping on June 1st. This will allow us to continue creating the safest environment possible for our team members, tenants, and guests, the mall said in a statement. It will also allow our diverse set of retail tenants the time needed to rehire, train staff, and prepare their individual stores with necessary cleaning, sanitization, and safety measure implementations. The mall added that the June 1st opening does.
Now, what mall were they talking about?
This will allow us to
The
continue
Mall of
creating the
America?
safe. The Mall of America said
Oh,
today
yeah,
that it
Mall
will
of
reopen.
America. Yeah, I'm more curious about another mall, but hey. So there you go. I mean, it's just a news story. Again, I can navigate by heading.
The sudden change came with no public notice and surprised even the SBA's regional administrator. Heading
Okay.
level 3. The sudden reopening following a state Supreme Court ruling has led to a range of local responses, including in Superior. Heading Mike and son Adam eating and working on Vikings D together. Owners say safety will be stressed in the corridors that carry hundreds of thousands. Heading not found.
So there you go. We have our headings there for this article's or this category's articles.
Remove this publication from
I
your
can do the
favorites.
back button or my scrub gesture to go back. And so now we're back in the Star Tribune with our...
High schools, 1. Loons, 4 Minneapolis, 1 articles.
Yeah, so we've got our different categories again. I'll do the scrub gesture to go back
Your
again.
favorites.
And now we're back on the favorites page. And we're still in publications, but on the bottom we also have
Publication options button.
publication options. And here's where you can kind of quickly
Publication options.
find more things to add and browse.
Global publication search.
So we get
button.
a menu, we get a global search,
All publications button.
all of them,
Favorites button. Magazines button.
magazines.
Minnesota publications button.
Because that's where I signed up through. We can do specific to Minnesota.
Minnesota publication. Minnesota info button.
Minnesota info.
Publication groups button.
Now publication groups. I do want to pop in here
Cancel
and then
button.
cancel.
Publication
so
groups
publication groups. One of their
Select
announcements
publication
on their
group.
main page was you basically go to publications, groups,
National newspaper. Breaking news online. Button.
breaking news online. You want to go in here. And
Home, back
if you
button.
do want to follow things on COVID-19, this is where you could do it. So
Hyphen. Head. Breaking news search results for Corona COVID-19 virus. 05. COVID-19 pandemic data. Latest information.
So those are those two categories that I had in my favorites. So I don't have to dig so many layers deep every time if I wanted to come back and return to, looking for information on that particular topic. But then you also have your regular breaking news categories.
ABC News. 05/14. Advocate Magazine. 06. Apple Insider. 06. Axe iOS. 05/14/2. Rose 8. Bloomberg. 05. Business Insider. CBS News. CNET. CNN. Daily Beast. Daily Caller. 05/14.
So there's a bunch in here. I'm not going to go through them all, but you get the idea. They're in alphabetical order, and they're kind of listed by publication. So there's a lot of different things that you can add here, like in their
Publications
breaking news
button.
sections. And I forgot if I go
Publications
back.
button.
Let's go
Your
back in
favorites.
here.
Publication options.
And I want to go to
button.
publication
Publication
options. Now, there's one in particular that I would really like to add to my favorites. So we're going to go to magazines.
Magazines button. Home. AARP Bulletin. AARP Magazine. ACB Braille Forum. Air and Space.
Oops.
Access World. 05/01/2020.
Access World. I
Add
really
this
like this
publication to your
magazine.
favorites button.
Yes, let's
Add this publication
add that
to
to
your
my
favorites.
favorites. Thank you,
Edit
drive
favorites.
through.
Or edit favorites. Are you sure you want to add the publication Access World to your favorites?
Yes, I am.
Cancel. OK. Button.
All right.
Publications. Back button.
There we go. Now, I can quickly go into, boom, publications and I don't even have to go into favorites because it defaults there. And now I can check each month's latest issue or back issues of Access World.
Access Issues. 1 Articles. Button. Access World News. 1 Articles. Editors Page. 1 Articles. Employment Matters. 1 Articles. Letters to the Editor. 1 Articles. Product Reviews and Guides. 2 Articles. Button.
Okay.
Vision Research. 1 Articles. Button.
Let's see what our product
Product
reviews are
Reviews
this
and
month.
Guides. Product. Solving the Great American Puzzle. A review of the crossword web-based game from APH. Heading Level 3.
Okay, yep, that's I believe I have that on my phone. I just haven't actually played it yet. And I'm kind of terrible at crossword puzzles, so that may be a future video, believe it or not.
Vintage Game Series, Part 2, Q9 Action Game, Heading Level 3.
This is a game I really would love to cover. I played the demo of it way back in the day, and I believe it's only available through that Leasey service, which is really kind of a bummer. I think there are some PC audio games that are generally locked behind. The only way you can get to them is through this Leasey service, which you have to basically pair together with Jaws, because Leasey is this kind of Jaws-esque service, and it's a monthly subscription, and I don't know, like I want to play some of the games, but I don't really feel the need to pay for yet another subscription. And I don't remember if it still only supports Jaws. I want to say that might be the case, but yeah, Q9 Action Game. It's like a 2D side-scrolling, blind accessible platformer that was pretty cool from what I remember of it way back in the day. But let me see if it just still says it's exclusive.
I had a lot of fun traveling down memory lane with my little pal Q9 as I was replaying this game. The voice acting, sound effects, and music are all top quality. Commands are simple and the plot, while very simple, is engaging. By Jamie Pauls. Several years ago when I was host of ACB Radio's main menu program, I interviewed Philip Benfall of Blast Bay Studios about a new side-scroller game entitled Q9 Action Game.
Yeah, Blast Bay
In
Studios,
this game,
I wonder...
an alien named Q9 has crashed his spaceship on Earth and somehow become separated from it. You must guide Q9 through a series of adventures in order to reunite him with his spacecraft.
I'm going to skip ahead.
I recall spending several hours. More recently, Harkin Consultancy included Q9 Action Game along with several other games in its Leasey product, a series of Jaws scripts that the company's founder, Brian Harkin, has developed that add an incredible amount of power to the Jaws screen reader. At a cost of $50.00/$63 for the Leasey Total Package or $35.00/$43 for Leasey Advanced, the inclusion of Q9 is a deal that is hard to argue with. Harkin Consultancy owns the rights to Q9, so you will not be able to access the game outside the Leasey suite.
See, that's the confirmation I was waiting for. To me, I do use Jaws from time to time, but I've kind of gravitated more toward NVDA and things like that. And I mean, I understand that you have to, make your platform, which is kind of what Leasey ends up being, is kind of another platform in a way of some apps and services and things. So you have to have exclusives. But yeah, there are a few audio games that I would genuinely like to play if they were available elsewhere. I mean, I would, if it was just a thing where I could go buy Q9, yeah, I'd go pay $30 for it or whatever whatever it was. But I digress. So there's the article. You have the two review articles, and so just like before, it tells you it divides
publication to your
the newspaper or magazine into a section, and you can just peruse it at will.
Magazines.
Or you can just view the entire thing in order, read straight through it, or navigate through heading all on one long page. You have the flexibility there. So we were back at magazines.
Access World. Air and Space. All Recipes. Allure. 05. A Mac Advantage. 04/01/Atlanta Magazine. Atlantic. Baltimore Magazine. Barron's. Better Homes and Bon App Bookmarks. 05. Braille Book Review. 03. Braille Monitor. C. Heading.
The Braille Monitor is actually kind of interesting too. I've read that from time to time.
Car and Driver. Catster. 05. Chronicle of Higher Education. Chronicle of Philanthropy. Cincinnati Magazine. Condé Nast Traveler. Consumer Reports.
I kind of want to just go to G
heading.
because I want to see
Diabetes Forecast. Diabetic Living. Discover Online. Dogster. 06.
if there's any
heading.
gaming stuff.
Ebony. 06. Economist. 05. Everyday with Rachel. F. Heading. Family Circle. Future Reflect. G. Heading. Girls Life. GQ. 05. Guideposts. H. Heading.
Nope.
Harper's.
So we're not going to go through all of them, but you get the idea. There's quite a few different magazines here that you can
Publications
do.
button. Publications.
Let's go publications
button.
one more
Your
time
favorites.
and just
Search publication
see. So
options.
now,
Minneapolis Star Tribune. Access World.
boom, we see we have
05/1/.
Access World in our favorites now that we've added it.
Publication options button. Magazines button. Minnesota Publications button. Minnesota Info button. Publication groups button.
And so publication groups, again, you have your breaking news, but then you also have, politics and business and sports and, whatever. So you can search for different publications by those types of categories as well. Now, obviously, you have like Minnesota
Minnesota
publications. I'm
publication.
not sure.
Minnesota info.
I'm
Button.
not sure what Minnesota info is. Let's see what that is.
Home. Local weather for St. Paul. MN.
Oh, okay.
Latest Minnesota elections. Latest information. Minnesota Information Channel. Latest information.
Huh. Minnesota Information Channel. I'm not quite sure what that is, but so there you go. That is publications. Let's back out of
Publications.
that.
Button. TV listings.
Now
Button.
across the top, we also have TV listings. Now I'm not exactly sure what you're supposed to type in here because I don't really subscribe to cable or any TV listings, but it's not like when you do the search in there, you just search for like it brings up a numerical keypad. So it's not just like, oh, I want to search for TV listings for Minneapolis, let's say. I don't know what you're actually searching for because, like I said, I don't have any real cable subscriptions, so that particular category isn't really applicable to me. There's not much I can do with it.
Weather. Button.
Weather, though, that's always
Weather.
an important
ACL
thing.
weather forecast. Heading level 2.
And so, because it knows where I am,
ACL weather forecast. Heading level 2.
AccuWeather.
For St. Paul, Minnesota 55113.
Okay,
Heading level
so
3. Current conditions. Heading
Let's see
level
what
3.
it is like right now.
It is currently daylight at 1:34 p.m. Conditions are cloudy with a temperature of 67 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity
Okay.
of 52%.
Pretty dang nice, actually. Kind of wish I had a patio chair at the moment. I could do some work from home from my patio, my concrete slab. So it's just going to be your local weather and forecast. I mean, there's really not much else to say. So we'll back out of
Publications.
that.
Button.
Now on the bottom,
Settings.
Settings.
Button. Subscriptions. Button.
subscriptions. Now, in addition to adding something to your favorites, you can subscribe
Subscriptions.
to
Button.
a particular
Section index.
publication
Adjustable.
so that you don't manually have to go and look for it. And anything that you get added just kind of gets dumped in this like subscription feed, which means that, oh, well, now I can, just have it start reading and boom, we're good to go.
Minneapolis Star Tribune.
So there's my Star
05/10/2020
Tribune.
editions. Science News. 04/25/2020
Got some science news in
edition 1.
there.
St. Paul Pioneer Press.
Okay, Pioneer
05/14/2020
Press.
edition. Minneapolis Star Tribune. Rolling Stone.
Okay, we got a Rolling Stone
04/01/2020 edition
something or
1.
other.
Associated Press Minnesota.
Music.
05/30. Science News. 04. Associated Press Minnesota. 05. P. Heading. Minneapolis Star Tribune. Science News. 04. St. Paul Pioneer Press.
So
05.
I don't really have too many in my subscription right now. I've got a couple local things, a science thing. There's probably some tech ones every once in a while, and then that Rolling Stone just for musical stuff. And so yeah, I mean I could just double tap on any of those and pull up the subscription feed for that, or and then just go and order.
Update subscriptions button.
And there's an update subscriptions button, so it's basically like, hey, go look at my feeds and pull in anything that is out there. So it's just kind of like refreshing your subscription feed list. So, I mean, again, pretty
Publications
self-explanatory.
button. Subscriptions. Retail ads button.
Retail ads. I gotta
Retail
look
ads.
more into these to see what else there is. Like, I would like to see if there's a Cub Food ad. That would be really pretty helpful for when I do my shopping there. But currently, just for experimentation purposes, I do have
Target weekly advertisement. Latest information. Walmart weekly store ads. Latest information.
So let's say that I want Target.
Target weekly advertise. Add this publication to your favorites button.
Oh,
Empty list.
Well-
Current issue. Latest information.
latest information. There's actually nothing in the Target thing, which is kind of surprising, actually. You think that would have some data in it. And there is no refresh button on the bottom. So, okay, I guess I can't show you that in particular.
Target weekly advertise. Walmart
Let's see if
weekly store
Walmart has
ads.
anything in
Selected.
it.
Add this publication to
Okay,
your
there we
favorites
do.
button. 10 closest store locations. Articles button.
Okay.
Page 1. Articles button. Page 2. Articles button. Page 1. Articles button.
Okay, that's kind of
Page
divided and named really
Sections.
strangely,
Back
but
button. Item. Great value home style vanilla ice cream. Heading level 3.
Ice cream would be kind of good. I do have some Snickers ice cream bars in the freezer right now that I bought a while back.
Brand, great value. Price, $2.97. Item, fresh strawberries, heading level 3. Item, lemons, heading level 3. Item, sweet onions, heading level
No.
Item, chicken thighs family pack, heading level heading not found.
Okay, so we got there.
Add this publication to
We
your
can
favorites. Button.
look at,
Page 2. Articles.
see what
Button.
page 2
Page 2.
is.
Item, mini sweet peppers, heading level 3. Item, red bell pepper, heading level. Item, Johnsonville brats, heading level 3. Item, market side asparagus, heading level 3. Item, whole portobello mushroom caps, heading level. Item, 80/20 ground beef chuck burgers 4-pack, heading level 3.
Okay, ground beef. I could definitely go for a
Add this
grilled
publication to
burger.
your
That sounds
favorites.
pretty
Button.
tasty. So there you
Retail
go.
ads.
You can kind of look for local shopping ads and kind of get your coupons and sales for when you go out and about and you want to get some good deals. Let's go back even one more.
Retail ads. Button.
And
Help. Button.
help. There's, if I go here.
Help. Welcome to the help page for the Nfb Newsline registered mobile application. We are pleased to be able to offer this convenient access method to our valued subscribers.
So this is just a kind of a basic overview and how to, pretty self-explanatory, very clean. Again, everything in this app is very simple. I would like to see them add a dark theme, that supports the newer versions of like Android Q and iOS 13. I mean, the app, they update publication listings every so often, but I don't know when the last time this app was updated, because check this out.
Publications.
You want to
Button.
see a blast from the past. I'm going to go to publications.
Button. Your favorites.
Watch what happens when I
Search
bring up
for
the
a
search
publication.
box,
Search
if you can
field.
see this visually.
Insertion point at end.
God, remember that old keyboard? This is like old school, I want to say like iOS 6 keyboard, man, because you have the really dark letters. The enter button looks a little more buttony, that when it used to. This looks like just like the original iOS keyboard, and I kind of miss it in a way. I kind of miss this look. I mean, because look at how bold those letters on the keyboard are. I'm kind of digging it. It just looks different than most like your regular search keyboards, but I digress. There's really not much else to say about NFB Newsline, the app. Like I said, you can access it via your Android or iOS mobile app. You can access it via the web. You can access it via just calling in a 800 number on your telephone or your cell phone. You can access it through some smart speakers nowadays. So, they're kind of modernizing with the times. They're letting you do it, not just on the old touch-tone phones, but especially for people who don't want to necessarily deal with a web browser or a smartphone app. You still do have the capability of dialing this 800 number and then, accessing it that way. So especially a lot of seniors will use it that way because they can just, sit there with a touch-tone phone and get their news and the weather and all that kind of good stuff. So hope you guys found the video helpful. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, Mixer.com/BGFH, illegally-cited.com, and of course, YouTube.com/illegally-cited. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will chat with you guys later.